It's Hannah!
And Trevor!
And it's Disney Pinsomniac! And we are here with another Celebrating Collections, People, and Pins, hosted by the fabulous Val at Singer Family Adventures. So we are super excited to participate again in the month of March. Woo! And we have some awesome pins to show you for our theme. But I just want to first shout out that there's going to be a ton of amazing creators on this list that I'm going to link in the description. And they all have spent time putting together and curating their own little interpretation of this month's theme. Check out their stuff. It's always really good. I loved watching everyone's videos and seeing everything.
Yeah, February was awesome.
February was awesome. We did a Asian pins, or excuse me, a Pins of Asia theme. And we did highlight our favorite Asian characters and pins from the parks in Hong Kong. So yeah. Anyways, we'll link the video above or below, I don't know, whichever Trevor can figure out how to do, for our last months in February. Yeah. And then also just make sure to check out all of those amazing creators down below. Okay, so this month's theme is underrated. Underrated characters, underrated movies, underrated, I guess, elements of movies. Kind of just thinking about what characters at Disney do not get enough credit. So this is going to be a video where Trevor's really going to shine, because one of his favorite movies that has come out in the last little bit we think is pretty underrated. So, Trevor, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, we'll start at the top then. So when we were thinking about the theme underrated, one of the movies that came to mind is the most recent at this time, Pixar movie, which is Luca. I was a huge fan of Luca, and I think Hannah liked it a lot too.
I liked it too. Trevor liked it more than me. I'm not going to lie.
I really enjoyed it a lot. I really liked it. And I feel like it came out at kind of an unfortunate time. I feel like it was at a time where no one was going to the theater, and it just was kind of...
And it only released on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it kind of like seemed like it quietly just kind of went on to Disney Plus. Maybe other people's experience is different. Maybe, it's...
been really big for everyone except for us.
But like for us, it's like we watched it quite a bit later than it came out. I'd say.
Just a month or two, but we watched it randomly. I had seen some TikToks about it. People really liked it, but it was just on TikTok. I saw it because I follow a bunch of Disney creators, and then I was like, okay, well, let's watch it. And we watched it on a Saturday, just randomly.
Yeah, it certainly hasn't had as much hype as like Encanto.
Oh, Encanto has had so much hype, which is deserved. It's deserved. Don't get me wrong, but you couldn't call Encanto underrated. But I think you can call.
Luca is.
I was just saying, I don't think we've even said the movie yet. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Luca is the film that we have the most, I would say, underrated pins for.
It is underrated, I would say.
Trevor's working towards becoming a completist of Luca, because that's not hard, because there's not a lot of pins for Luca. So why don't you show the first one?
This is one of my favorites that we have. This is our biggest one of our Luca collection. It's really cool. I like how it's pin on pin at the bottom. I don't know if you can tell, but these two are kind of got a 3D pin on pin element, and it's kind of got a sort of movie poster look.
Yeah, I really like that the letters are like half submerged there.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cool.
This was actually a Christmas gift that I got Trevor.
That's right.
This is a limited edition of 2600. So
is that right? Okay.
Yeah, it is a limited edition. It came in a set, but this is, I would say, the most beautiful of any of the Luca pins.
Love this one.
Love it.
So then at the bottom here, this was in the same set.
Yeah, they all came together
as a set. We have Luca, Alberto, and Giulia,
and then Machiavelli the cat. Which, man, I wish there was as much merch with Machiavelli as there is for like Cheshire Cat. We're not big Cheshire fans, but
Machiavelli's super cute,
super funny
in the movie.
But
I just really like the movie. It's really great.
Well, why do you like it, Trevor? Tell us why you like it while I put up this last one that we have for Luca.
I don't know. I just thought it was like different and original, and it had like that classic Pixar charm that like you would expect with like a good Pixar movie. And I liked the characters. And it was like, it got me in the feels too, you know? Like it has, you know, had the feels going on.
I feel like it's a really classic, beautiful coming of age story.
Yeah.
Where this guy's figuring out that, like, you know, the world is more complicated and more beautiful than he thinks it is. That his parents aren't right about everything, but they're also not wrong about everything either.
Yeah.
You know, just figuring out who you are and where you stand in the world. Mm-hmm. Also, it has a really beautiful ending.
Yeah, I love the ending. Just love, honestly, the whole story is really great.
And Trevor's a car guy, so the Vespa humor is pretty funny.
Yeah, gotta love the Vespa.
So this is one of our favorite movies, I would say, of 2021. So
yeah,
let us know if you also really like Luca. Tell us, is that a movie that you think is underrated, that there's been sufficient hype of? What do you think? Give us your thoughts on it. And if you have any Luca pins that we don't have, let us know and we'll be on the lookout for them, because, you know, we got to get all those Luca pins, because, hey, if you're ever going to be a completist of anything, I think it's good to pick something that's underrated and just came out, so you don't have to search 20 years ago. So, yeah. And I know that there's a marquee pin that's going for very high, and then a beautiful, like, it's kind of like the profile circle that's very similar to the square one. So we've seen a few of them that are out of our budget, I would say. But any others, let us know if you find them, see them. We'd love to see. So unlike my shirt that is of some very non-underrated characters, also we got this really cute little, speaking of, this is not related, but look at this cute little Funko. It was our first ever Funko purchase, this little poo.
I love it.
Love it. Anyways, he is adequately rated, I would say. Mm-hmm. But one movie, and I especially think one couple that is underrated a lot, is Robin Hood and Maid Marian. Now, this pin is a Disney pin that was at Box Lunch, and I'm going to be honest. We bought this pin for a box swap for Disney Crazy Family. We'll link their channel below as well if you end up wanting to watch our box swap we did with them, where you could see them open this pin. But I liked it so much when we saw it that I made Trevor come back and get it. So we sent it to them, but also to us. And I really like this pin. Here's the back. It's one of those, I recently learned there's like a recycling thing. Anyone who can tell me more about what that means, please let me know. I just was told they're recycled.
They look really good, regardless.
They look really good. I think it would be super cool. I'm hoping that it's because they're recycled pins, but I don't know. Anyways, this is a really great example, I would say, of an underrated film, just because even though a lot of people have seen it, we don't see a lot of merch for it. We don't see a lot of, like...
Yeah, that's true.
Lot of, like, pins of the characters in it.
We were surprised to find this one.
Yeah, I was really excited to see it, because we didn't think, we did this box swap and we saw that they liked Robin Hood, and we were like, well, yeah, good luck finding a Robin Hood and Maid Marian pin. Like, that's not gonna happen.
That's what we thought.
And then we found it and really liked it and wanted it, because one of our main collections that we have is couples. So this is part of our couples pin collection. It's our newest edition. I think that Robin Hood has some of the best lines in the whole world, in terms of, like, just like when he just looks at Maid Marian and is like, I love you, I would die for you more than anything else in the world. Ugh, just whew. I made Trevor watch it on repeat, just that scene, because I just think it's so good. I think it's an underrated movie, and I think their romance is underrated, especially.
Yeah, definitely.
Just really sweet and sincere, and I'm a big fan of that. Which actually leads us to our last two pins that we'll share. Now, these are from a movie that is probably one of the least underrated films.
Yeah, no, the movie's
the
not
movie
underrated.
itself is not underrated at all. And these are actually also from a box swap we did, which we'll link below. One with Erica, and then one with another lovely lady who doesn't do YouTube. So either way, we'll link those videos below. But these are from two of our favorite characters in Disney and one of our favorite couples in Disney.
that's what's underrated about it.
Yeah, so this is actually, I'll show you here. These are our Anita and Roger pins. Now, 101 Dalmatians, I don't think anyone's going to claim is a underrated film. Let's be honest. But it is almost impossible to find pins with Anita and Roger on them. It is so difficult. They are not ever when you think of like the romance in 101 Dalmatians, I mean, you primarily see the dogs. Pongo and Perdita. Yeah. You see Pongo and Perdita a lot, but you do not see Anita and Roger. And I love this pin is actually a stained glass. You can see here, if I flip it around, there's the orange stained glass. It's really beautiful. This is from Dapper Day this year. It says Fine and Dandy. It has the cute little puppies with their hats, which is one of my favorite Disney scenes when their hats and they fall into the water and they start laughing. I just feel like that's really a relatable experience where you make a little bit of a fool of yourself and, you know, ends up being this bonding time. And then this is them at the end of the movie after they've stressed and worried and they finally, you know, taken all the puppies. And I think Trevor and I recently rewatched this and we're like, dang, we wish we could take in 101 Dalmatians. Like, wouldn't that be nice? But we just really liked them and thought they were relatable as a couple. I think maybe just because of who we are, we really like them.
Yeah, I love them as a couple. Great characters.
And you just don't see a lot of them. You see, again, a lot of Pongo, a lot of Perdita, not a lot of Anita and Roger. And I think that their love story is really sweet. I'm not the bookish type. I would say I definitely like academic, but not like the like quiet bookish girl who sits in a corner. I'm too loud for that, frankly. Like books a lot, but I'm gonna tell everyone about the book I'm reading. So I don't really relate to Anita exactly fully, but I really relate to their like the way that they love each other, if that makes sense. I think is really relatable and underrated because I just think it's really sweet and sincere. So, Trevor, any other thoughts about that?
I just really like these pins too.
Yeah, that's true.
These are awesome pins.
Yeah, we really like them.
Both of them are just really, really cool and some among my favorite. I mean, the stained glass one could be one of my favorite pins.
Yeah, that definitely.
Period.
Just beautiful, and both of them have pin-on-pin details, which is really nice. They're just really beautiful pins. So I really like them, and let us know. Do you think they're underrated? Maybe they just don't make any pins for their characters, but
yeah.
The one that we really would like, it's selling for like $500-ish, which I'm sorry, but that is not attainable in our budget. Anita and Roger, we think are underrated. We'd love to see them more in like couples sets that Disney puts out, or in like blind boxes, because there's lots of Disney couples, lots of Disney blind boxes that are couples related. We just never see them. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this March edition of CCPP, excuse me. I forgot to mention, but if you actually look up the hashtag CCPP, you can see a bunch of different videos. I think there's some other random things that aren't our stuff as well in there, like other people using that hashtag, but it's going to mostly be the collaboration with all these amazing YouTubers. Check it out. I highly recommend giving it a watch, and we just are grateful that you tuned in and saw some of what we think are underrated. Let us know, are these characters underrated to you? Do you think they're adequately represented? Maybe we just want to spend all of our money and we just want Disney to give us more ways to do that. I don't know. Just let us know. What did you think? What was your favorite pin of the video? Trevor, out of these pins, what's your favorite? I know that's a hard one because they're like really different.
Yeah. That is a tough one. That's definitely a tough one. I would say that my favorite might be the stained glass, but right behind that is the race one from Luca, the pin on pin.
Where they're swimming.
That one over there, yeah.
Oh no, the race one.
This one, yeah.
Well, I think my favorite is probably the stained glass one.
Classic.
I'm gonna say that these three are my favorites.
Yeah.
I just think that they're all really, really beautiful. They all happen to be limited edition. Oh, I forgot to mention that about this. This Fine and Dandy one is a limited release. Nope, it's a limited edition of 4,500. So it's a pretty high limited edition number. And then this one is a limited edition of 4,000. So also high, but these are both limited edition, makes them harder to find, obviously. Which is why it was really awesome when we got them. We got both of these in swaps. So I didn't see them up for sale anywhere, so that was awesome. And then this one again is 2,600. So I just have finer taste, I'm gonna say. Yeah. So I like the limited edition stuff. And then this one that Trevor really likes is just a limited release. But yeah, anyways, let us know which one you like the best and which of these characters is your favorite. I forgot to put, here's all of them together. Let us know which ones you like the best. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.